Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Critical Podcast. We're going to be getting as critical as possible. I'm here with Critical Diddle Ryan. I'm Critical Diddle Jaden. We just got back from Blue Beetle. It is August 17th, Thursday, and we're going to give our review on that. We'll be doing Blue Beetle trivia as well, and we'll just be doing a bunch of other random fun stuff. But,
That's right.
So, how have you been doing, Ryan? How's your week?
I've been doing good. I just started school. It's the first day, and getting off to see Blue Beetle was fun. Glad we did it.
That's good.
Yep.
I think we should go ahead and show off the comics we got this week.
Just one. For me, sadly.
We only got one.
Running low on money.
Badly.
Oh, fuck.
You got one of the highest rated Batman comics of all time.
Yep.
The Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns.
The art cover looks sick.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, audio listeners. If there is, well, yeah, we have had a few. We've checked our Spotify. Some of you have been listening through our Spotify, so thank you for that. But I got a Blue Beetle one, since of course the new one was coming out, and it was decently well. I'd rate it. Have you read The Dark Knight Returns yet?
No, I haven't yet, but I'm excited to read. So I've got a lot of comics to read. I gotta finish Failsafe. I gotta start reading Watchmen. What else? I've got.
I'd rate it like a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. The comic was pretty good.
Oh yeah, the original plan was to read Blue Beetle, the graduation day before the movie, but because school was starting and everything, I couldn't really do that. I didn't really have time, but I'm going to be reading that. I'm going to be reading it before the video comes out, for sure.
That's good. Should we just get right into our thoughts with Blue Beetle?
Yes.
Blue Beetle.
Yes.
All right. 3. Wait. Let me make sure I have my correct review ranking. I could have sworn I wrote it down. Maybe I just undecided, but I think I have a pretty good idea on what I want to give it.
Me too.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. 5.5.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
But,
goddamn.
Yeah. This movie, I went into it with pretty high expectations. I really wanted it to be good. I was really disappointed with the last few DC movies, and this is just another DC flop. It was corny. There was good aspects to it, but it was very corny. I feel like the action, I just feel like we've seen this movie before. The action, I feel like, wasn't that great. The build-up is super slow. Like, I feel like this movie takes forever to get where it's actually trying to go. I feel like it's really, like, the plot... Not the plot, but I think it's tonally inconsistent. Like, you'll have, like, the really, like, pretty... like, they try to make the scene where he's, like... I guess we'll go through it. I guess we'll try not to talk... We'll go through our spoiler review first. I'll try to talk about the movie somewhat start to finish, but the scene where he's getting the suit, they try to treat it like a scary thing, but then they have like goofy music. Like, I wasn't too big of a fan of the soundtrack in this movie.
Yeah, it's very different than the trailer. I expected it to be more of a serious take on everything, but everything was just so they try to make it funny, and it really wasn't funny at all. Like
the comedy flows with the movie, but it just isn't funny.
Some of the smaller details I did find funny, like when the grandma's like watching, like the old Spanish cartoons on the old little TV. That was cute and funny. But like when they were actually like trying to be making jokes, it was not funny at all for me. It was funny to the people in the back of the theater though. Like,
oh my god, everybody in our theater was laughing at every single joke.
Oh my god, it was so annoying. Every single fucking little joke, even if it wasn't a joke. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. The opening was pretty cool with like the beetle going through space. That was decent. I thought the CGI was decent. I thought the Blue Beetle suit was really overhyped in the trailers, but after seeing it in the movies, I think it was a pretty well designed suit. It was really good, but I don't think it's really good, but I don't think it's amazing. But I for the most part I did really like it. One thing I did like about it is this felt like from like the Blue Beetle comic I've read from like the Young Justice show and the Batman Brave and the Bold show. From what I've seen of Blue Beetle, this seems like Blue Beetle, but it just seems like they barely scratched the surface of what they could actually do with him. this movie was like very like involved with all the parent stuff, like with all of his family. All of his family gets a bunch of screen time, and it takes up a bunch of the movie. But for I like Blue Beetle as a character, honestly.
Yeah.
And James Gunn confirmed he was going to be coming back. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he did, but I honestly don't care if he comes back.
Yeah, I mean, people did enjoy it, and obviously, as you can tell by the people fucking chuckling in the back of the whole movie. But
Oh my god.
I wouldn't mind a sequel as long as it's done better. You know, I feel like the character of Jaime Reyes could have been dived a little bit more into depth into.
Definitely.
And the city too, like, you know, and into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, you really feel like Miles is kind of like connected to this city and everything. You know, Spider-Man is always very connected to his city. I really wish you could see that more in Blue Beetle too.
Yeah, like I feel like they just try to like involve way too much of the family stuff into the movie as opposed to just focusing on actual Blue Beetle stuff.
Right.
Like I feel like I've seen this movie already, but like it feels like an old classic superhero movie just with modern CGI and graphics. Like it's all stuff I've seen before, like plots, and I mean I get everything is inspired by something else, but this one it just felt really basic. It was different, but at the same time it just felt so basic to me.
Yeah, there was some things that were done like a lot already, and I'm just kind of tired of like. For example, the non-superheroes saving the superheroes or like helping them out, like that's okay and everything. Just don't do it too much. Like for example, remember when the grandma said, "Are we doing spoilers yet?"
Let's go ahead and get in the spoilers. Why not?
All right. Remember when the grandma came in with the freaking machine gun and saved Jaime?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have his powers yet because the thing was rebooting. So I thought that was like the perfect moment for him to like actually fight himself.
Actually do something. Yeah.
And
the action in this movie was just so mid.
I thought
the closer to the end it was all right, but I like the gadgets. I like the stuff he was able to create, but again, like it just barely even got into it.
I thought some of the action was actually okay. Like in the tunnel, I thought that was pretty decent. Another fight scene, mostly when he was fighting the guards, I thought it was all right. With the supervillain stuff, it was all right.
The space scene at the beginning of the movie is decent, like where he's up in space, but that doesn't really make up for like all the flaw. Like this movie was just so boring to me. Like a movie is bad when like the whole time. This movie doesn't feel like it's like a 2-hour runtime, I believe. It doesn't really feel like 2 hours. It feels like a very quick and short movie, and I like that. But it was just very boring to me. I did not get much out of it.
Yeah, the comedy is just not funny. One of the characters I did not like was Jaime's sister. Like she was just such an annoying character at first, especially. She got better towards the end.
She was definitely the corniest and the most unfunniest.
Oh my!
It was such a shame. George Lopez in this movie, a well-known comedian. I don't think he was very funny in this movie at all.
Who did he play? The uncle.
The uncle.
Okay.
You don't know who George Lopez is?
No, I'm not too familiar with him. I recognize his name.
Yeah, he plays the uncle. The supposedly funny.
Not too good with
uncle.
Celebrities and everything. He wasn't funny at all to me. Like the jokes. Like when they were trying to be funny when Blue Beetle was getting his powers and everything, and like he has this bug thing inside of him and shit.
Yeah,
he's flying around.
Like they try to treat it serious.
They're all joking and shit. Like, and even when he comes back and he's dealing with all this shit, they're all joking and making fun of him. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's not funny. Just show that you fucking care. Like, show some seriousness. I'm tired of this fucking bullshit ass attempt at comedy. It's terrible.
Yeah, I thought it was very like they try to treat it so seriously and scary, but then they just follow it up with corny and Just
No,
a bunch of
they
stupid,
don't.
wacky
They
stuff.
don't treat it seriously. That's my problem. They don't treat it seriously.
Well, yeah, they try to. They try to at the start, like as soon as like the suit starts forming onto him, like they build up to it being a serious scene, but then they follow it up with goofy music, and then the family's screaming and doing wacky stuff. Like you think it's about to be serious, and then it's followed up with a dumb joke.
yeah, they're just trying to appeal to family audiences who just want a funny superhero movie. When you could make something so much fucking better.
Movie. I think this movie is definitely like the younger audience.
Mm-hmm.
The family, Blue Beetle has the whole thing of not the suit telling him not to kill. Like he has the whole not killing rule thing, but his whole family, all the other families have no issue at all with killing tons of people, which was something that was a little weird.
Oh yeah.
But,
all the guards that were under their control and everything, just doing their job. Yeah, they can die, but the people behind it, no, they can't die. No.
And one issue that I think should have been addressed is how how at the very beginning I forgot. I don't know any of the characters' names except for Jaime. They were all so forgettable. But the girl at the beginning who gives him the burger thing with the beetle in it.
Yeah.
His family forces him to open the thing, which was so childish.
Yeah.
And then it latches onto him, and then he makes it out to seem like it got onto it himself. Like he never tells her that he opened the box and they were all touching it and it latched onto him. Like she thinks like it came out of like he treats it as if it was her fault that the suits latched onto him, but it's him and his family's stupid actions. Yeah, and they never address it too. Oh, this movie was so bad.
The CGI, I didn't think it was that bad. Like
it was better than The Flash.
It was definitely better than The Flash.
Did you like The Flash better than this movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about.
Much better.
The Flash,
much better.
I love The Flash much better. Yeah,
that was like a 6.5.
Now that I did give it like a 6.5 at first. Now that I think about it, I give it like a 7. I really liked the mom stuff at the end, but that movie was such a mess. That movie was such a mess.
But the CGI stuff at the beginning with the stars and everything, yeah, it looked kind of unrealistic. But I like the colors a lot. Oh, and the music, that specific music track that they used for that, I think it fits really well. I like that. And
yeah, some of the music stuff fit, but I just wasn't the biggest fan of it.
The colors were really nice, but the CGI is kind of lacking when they're fighting in the suits, because the suits are completely CGI pretty much. And
well, for like when Blue Beetle's flying around and stuff, it's CGI, but like when for the most part, it was a practical suit.
Oh yeah, but you can just tell
I get what you're understanding.
when their head is out the suit. You can just see how CGI that looks. It looks terrible, especially when the main supervillain, he has his head out at the end. When
the villain was so
oh my
average.
God, I was just about to
so average.
I was just about to get into that. Let's talk about the female villain. Horrible. Like she was just a villain to be a villain. Like, oh, I'm a villain and I do bad things. I control this villain. Like.
There's a character in The Walking Dead that's literally just her. I wish I could make a reference, but you wouldn't know it. But yeah, it's just, oh my God, it's just so corny. It's just so corny.
And the supervillain, that's all right, but like he's really not important until the end, and they just throw all of his backstory at you at the end.
Yeah, I liked him until that. Like I thought he was pretty fine until all that backstory stuff, and I'm like, oh my God.
It kind of reminded me of, you never watched the show, but Demon Slayer. They kind of do that when he's about to kill him. They kind of tell you their backstory, but it's done so much better in that show. That show, they do it so good.
I hate how they try to make you. So obviously this isn't the first Blue Beetle. There's been multiple Blue Beetles, and they try to make you care about Ted Kord. And I think they do such a poor job. And the post-credit scene where they show Ted Kord like supposedly being alive, it was just bad. Like I don't care. Like I don't want a sequel. This whole movie was bad.
There were 2 post-credit scenes, and the other one was so boring. Like
the second one was just. I feel like I think that's an actual character of some sort. I don't know, but regardless, I don't care.
Nobody does care.
The last 10 minutes of this movie I think is fine, but other than that, it's just there's too many jokes.
Yeah, I think it does pick up a little bit towards the end.
I think the boner joke at the end is funny. That's like the only funny joke in the movie. It's not funny, but it's decently funny.
Yeah, this movie just wasn't too good. I mean, it wasn't boring, for me at least. I know you didn't. You thought it was boring, but I was never really bored during it. I think if I watched it again, I would be bored, unlike a lot of other movies. But
I could never recommend this movie to anyone or watch this movie again.
no, I think this movie's gonna perform awfully compared to the competition.
Oh yeah, it's gonna do so bad. It's gonna do very bad.
Like TMNT Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse is still in theaters, right?
Probably. I hope so.
Yeah.
I think we should talk about. Let's get off topic a little bit. I think we should talk about the how Barbie has made $1 billion and made more than. Obviously, it's gonna make more than Talk to Me, but I don't. Yeah,
it's because it's a brand movie.
Yeah, obviously, but obviously we haven't seen Barbie, but honestly, the way I look at it, if like Barbie's just not my genre. Like, of course, I love Ryan Gosling in the movies he's in, but it's just like if I was in elementary school and like a Barbie movie was brought up, I'd be like, ew, no, I don't want to watch that. Maybe hopefully I'm not sexist or anything, but it's just honestly not my genre or anything. I mean maybe we'll eventually see it. I heard it's decent. I heard it's pretty good. So maybe we will watch it one day, but
yeah, I'll watch it when it comes out. When it comes out on like streaming platforms or wherever it's coming out.
But it's just, I don't think, obviously it's going to make more than Oppenheimer because it has no business making more than Oppenheimer, but Oppenheimer is a rated R movie that is for a specific type of audience. But I feel like one thing that contradicts this is Morbius was a very memed movie on everything and nobody went to see that, but this movie was memed everywhere and everybody went to see it. So I don't know. It's just.
Well, people knew Morbius was a bad movie, even despite the memes saying it was good and all. But
Barbie had Ryan.
Despite the memes, people knew. People were saying that it was a good movie and all. So of course,
it has definitely no business making more than Spider-Verse.
Not at all.
That is, oh my god! Has Spider-Verse even made $1 billion?
No, I don't think so.
That is. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I don't even think that one performed. It made some money, but I don't think that one. That's sad, man. I wish people would actually go.
It's made 400 million. That's it.
How much did it profit? How much profit is that?
It made 120,000 opening weekend.
120,000.
No, 120 million. My bad. 120 million
God.
Opening weekend, and then in total, it's made 400 million. So let's see. Across the Spider-Verse budget, 100 million. So it's profited about 300 million. It's pretty good.
Where would you? So we've seen The Flash, Oppenheimer, TMNT, Across the Spider-Verse, Talk to Me, and Blue Beetle, right? 6. Rank all of them.
Blue Beetle bottom, Flash second, Talk to Me then after that, even though there's a big gap between Flash and Talk to Me. And then TMNT, then Oppenheimer, then Across the Spider-Verse. That's all, right?
Yeah, interesting. I think I would do Blue Beetle, The Flash, Oppenheimer, Talk to Me, Across the Spider-Verse, and TMNT. Is that 6? Did I name 6?
I think so.
I think so, but yeah, that would be.
So you rate? Did you rate Talk to Me better than Spider-Verse? Is that what I heard?
No. Talk to Me is below TMNT and Across the Spider-Verse.
My bad.
But I like Talk to Me slightly better than Oppenheimer because it's way more of my genre, but Oppenheimer and Talk to Me are on like the same level. Like, I really like them both.
Oh, fuck. The feeling Oppenheimer gave me was just it was incredible.
I wish that movie had made more money, but what was I gonna say?
And as I think more about Talk to Me, I think how much better it was than I originally say it. It takes some time to digest for me to really give my true opinion on a movie. That's why it's flexible at first. So these are always just my initial ratings. Like I gave Oppenheimer a 7 out of 10 when I first saw it. Then I rewatched it, and like I don't know. I can't look at my past self ever again.
One more thing about Blue Beetle I want to say. There was a ton of... I'm going to save most of it for trivia, but there was a bunch of Easter eggs in this movie. Like, you got Jaime wearing the Gotham law hoodie because he's studying for law college or whatever, and then there's the LexCorp building. But it honestly sucks because The Flash wasn't amazing, but I still liked it. I feel like I feel like this year had a bunch of great movies. This is like the first movie I like into a theater I watched and I was like, dang, this was not good. This is the first movie this year I've sat in a theater and I was like, dang, this is just not good. I don't like that. And that sucks the streak has been broken. Because we got 5 pretty good. We got 1 decent movie and then 4 amazing movies in a row. And then it sucks. This one it's going to be another DC flop.
Fuck. Of course. Oh,
you haven't seen
ended the streak.
Oh god, it's so sad. You haven't seen a lot of the DC movies, but I think if I've seen almost all of them. I would put Blue Beetle above probably Man of Steel. It's probably on the same level as Batman v Superman. And then maybe it's on the same level with Wonder Woman. The Suicide Squad and Zack Snyder's Justice League are way up there. Those movies are really good. Those are like the 2 good DC movies. The second Wonder Woman is probably worse than Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle's just like a mid. It's just bad. It's just bad. You get my point. It's not good.
It's sad. I actually had hope for this one.
Me too. I went into very high expectations. But should we get into some Blue Beetle trivia?
All right. Let's do it.
All right. You want me to go first, or?
Yeah. Go ahead with your first question. Shall we alternate, or shall we?
No, we'll go. I'll go and then you'll go, so it'll be easier to keep track.
Wait. Are we gonna have a punishment?
Ooh, what's gonna be our punishment?
Just go find the nasty shit in our freezer, in our fridge.
I don't. There's almost nothing in my fridge to eat. I don't think there's anything nasty in there.
Oh, God.
In the comments, put what you want our punishments to be. Future videos.
We'll do them next episode or something.
We'll figure out punishments to do. Who was the first Blue Beetle?
Bro really expects me to know this when I haven't read any of the comics. There's no way.
Bro,
it was not in the movie.
Yes, it was. It was in the movie. I'm pretty sure it was in the movie.
Well, it was Jennifer Cord's father.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
No, that's the second Blue Beetle. That's Ted Kord is the second one. Dan Garrett is the first Blue Beetle. You see his suit in the lab. What 3 superheroes are referenced in this movie? Like from DC.
Batman. I know Batman's referenced there. Who else? 3 superheroes. Is Blue Beetle one of them?
No.
Oh, sadly not. Okay, so I know there's Batman. I'll say Superman, because fuck it.
That's one of them.
And then I don't think the Flash is in there. Did they say it? I'm trying to think of all the DC superheroes I know of.
You can do it.
Yeah, I know I can do it. I'll say Flash.
Correct.
Oh, I was right.
You got all three.
I don't remember Flash or Superman being in there. I just remember Batman.
They do talk about all three in the movie.
All right.
What's the name of the AI in Blue Beetle suit?
It's Kajida.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Correct. All right. Let me know if this question needs a little bit more explaining. What kind of scarab does Jaime have? So what I mean by that is, does he have an ancient one, a man-made one? Is it a magical one? Like, what kind of, like, descent?
Is this explained in the movie?
Yes.
Oh my god. A man-made one.
Sure, I hope so. Now, okay, well, I
Wait,
said
wait.
that, but I said those things, but it's not any of those things.
What?
But it's
what?
Do you want me to just tell you?
An alien one?
Yep,
Okay.
correct. It's an alien scarab. Name. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. This is final question. Name 2 members of Jaime's family, besides Jaime.
Nana Reyes and Rudy Reyes.
Okay, it's decent. I couldn't name any of them. They're all forgettable. So you got, was that all of them correct? No, it was 4 out of 5. Decently. Good job.
What was the
I'm
one I
ready for
got
my
wrong?
questions.
The first
You got
one. Right?
the first one wrong.
All right. What is the name of the main female protagonist, not the sister?
Oh my god. I know exactly who it is, but her name is just so forgettable. I did not care about that character at all. She was just as stupid, as annoying as everybody else. I'm gonna. God, I don't know if I even have any guesses. Tell me.
It's Jennifer Cord.
Jennifer Cord. I could have said Miss Cord, but that would have been cheaping out.
Yes.
Next one. Oh, I got that one wrong already.
All right. This one should be a little easy. Who is Rudy Reyes?
Jaime's mother, or is Jaime's sister?
No.
Jaime's mother.
No.
Jaime's grandmother.
No. It's his uncle.
Well, you told me.
Oh, how many guesses are you supposed to get?
Okay. Well, Jesus, I
You
guess
could have
you're
said
right.
his whole. You could have said his whole ass family. It's
Yeah,
not really
you're
fair.
right. You're right. All right, 2 wrong already. Jesus, I'm doing bad.
All right. What city does this is easy? What city does this movie take place in? Oh no.
I don't know.
No. You got it. Just think for a second. You got this one.
Okay. Well, I was gonna find this question to give to you, but I thought it would just be stupid. Well, it's a good question though. I should have did it because I don't even fucking know it. So it's a good question, but is it? I'm just gonna go Mexico.
That's a nice city.
Yeah, that's not a city. Oh my god, that's not a. Oh my god. Pretend I never said that.
The country isn't even Mexico, bro.
Oh my god. That's gonna make me seem very racist. That's bad. I don't know. Tell me. I don't know.
Palmera City.
What?
Palmera City. Palmera
Yeah, I would have
City.
never guessed that because this is a forgettable ass movie I don't care about. Was that 3 wrong already?
Yes.
Oh my god. Next
Oh god. Here we go. In the final fight scene, who throws something at the supervillain in the movie that helps Jamie get up and win the fight?
The uncle.
Yes,
George
correct.
Lopez.
Correct,
George Lopez.
correct.
One correct. Let's go.
You got one. All right. Last question. How did Jennifer acquire the key card needed to get into the lab storing Kajira?
Forgettable ass movie, dude. Oh my god. It was so unrealistic, dude. Like, oh my god. Everything they were doing was just like the family flying the big Beetle suit at the end. Just how did they know how to do that, dude? I don't know. I don't know. Just tell me.
She bumps into a lab worker, stealing the key card in the process.
Was that not the main lady villain who did that?
No.
I thought that was the
Remember,
ginger lady villain who did that.
Jennifer was in the that
You're right.
hazmat suit.
You're right. Yeah, I thought that was I remember that. I just thought it was the ginger lady.
Yeah, that's fair. Movie was kind of forgettable. Movie. I just thought of the few things I did remember. All right, well, you gotta do a punishment.
Maybe we have been thinking about doing some food challenges. Maybe a certain restaurant for 24 hours. Maybe only having 30 seconds to eat my meals or something. Any food challenges I feel like would be really fun. We'd like to do those probably.
Fuck yeah.
And then we could do the here's what I'm thinking. We could do the food challenges on my video on my if I ever do a separate channel, we can do food challenges there. And then like you could work it all out on your channel, get the gains and shit, and show like your gym progress and whatnot. That'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm planning to start my own little channel about I don't know, gym stuff, health challenges too. Like
1 million views on the main channel in total.
Oh my God.
We got 1 million main.
We just
views.
hit it.
Yes,
that's crazy.
And it's amazing. And
2
then we
months.
also got 2,000 subscribers, which we're very thankful for. Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Has this ever been done before?
No.
1 mil views on YouTube been 2 months.
5 mil on YouTube been 6 months, never been done before.
Yeah, by 5 months we'll have 10 mil.
Easily. Anything interesting going on in life?
Yeah, Spider-Man Lotus is getting horrendous reviews.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we should mention. So we filmed next week's episode a few days ago.
Yeah.
We're very excited for you. You're going to want to stick around for that one. You guys are going to love that one. We rank every episode of a cartoon show. We think you're going to love it. And then we also do way other interesting stuff. We do a hot chip challenge.
Yep.
We test a bunch of stuff.
We got
It's a really
together
fun
for this
episode.
one.
Yeah. We also filmed together in a location. So we see how you guys like that.
We had limited equipment. We only had one mic, but it worked. It worked.
We didn't talk much about Spider-Man Lotus, and that'll be pretty dated by that time.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty dated by that week time. That you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Spider-Man Lotus, what'd you think? We couldn't even finish the movie because we had editing and better stuff to do than watching a racist man's movie. So what did you think?
Well, I thought that it was boring. Like, most of it was just dialogue and shit. Which I don't have a problem with. Like in Spider-Verse, like the first half was pretty much just dialogue, and it was beautiful. I loved it. But
Yeah,
it
was just dialogue for characters we know, but these interpretations for these characters I don't care about.
I don't care about at all.
Yeah, the acting's not great. Scenes will start off really great, and then they just get dragged on for an uncomfortably long amount of time.
Like,
it's fine for what it is for a fan film, but it's just nothing really special.
Like, you can just go watch the entire Spider-Man movies and Taza movies combined. It's gonna be better than watching this movie alone.
Literally, it's
there was this one scene that went on for like 20 fucking minutes. He was in this kid's house, and he was talking to the kid, which was fine at first. But
It
then it
started
went
off
on.
cute. It started off great, and then but
It went
just
on
gets,
for ages. And
yeah,
it's just
it
like,
gets
why?
uncomfortably long. And the kid starts asking weird questions about what happened to Gwen and whatnot. It's just so odd. It's just ugh.
You got no one else
Like-
to talk to.
And the CGI but it's just it's fine. But like that's the thing. It's fine. It's nothing special. Like why would I even want to watch it?
I mean, the CGI fine for a fan film, for a feature.
Shocker was at the start for a little bit.
Yeah,
was
that first scene at the start was like straight out
a
of a
little
video
odd.
game.
Yeah. Oh my god. We had a streak of good stuff going, but nothing good lasts forever. I wonder if there's any good video games coming out. We have the Walking Dead Telltale-like game came out the day, a trailer for it. It's like a choose your own adventure for like the first 4 seasons of The Walking Dead. Concept looks great, but it looks like it has PS3 graphics. The graphics look very laughable. The concept is just so good to,
I mean, we
But
still
I
have
think-
like 8 big games that come out, and they can still be good. So,
Do you know 8?
It could be good.
Name them.
Hmm?
What 8 big games?
Oh, I'm just saying in general, like
Oh,
people still release
yeah.
games with not the greatest graphics, and they do good,
Mm-hmm.
and they can still be good games.
I can't think of nothing interesting that's releasing soon.
No,
Nothing good comes out anymore.
and we're not gonna have a movie to review until like the FNAF movie.
Oh yeah, I'll get ready for the FNAF movie episode. I'm excited for that one.
We got to get creative with video ideas. But I have some ideas.
That's good.
Hopefully, school
guess-
doesn't get in the way.
The FNAF movie. And just see it keep getting closer and closer. And this is probably the most anticipated movie, personally, that I've had in a very long time. It's probably my most anticipated. It's probably your most anticipated movie of all time.
Of all year, of all time.
It's been going through cancellation, and then we're finally getting it. So
When was it
I
first
hope it's
announced?
someone decent. It was
like-
first announced years ago.
2016 or something.
Probably earlier. But regardless, I feel like regardless whether if it's good or bad, unless it's really dog shit, then I'm happy we're finally getting a FNAF movie. I'm
Yeah.
happy it's finally happening. I'm happy they finally made it.
I hope it's at least a 7 out of 10 for me.
Oh, I want to go in with high expectations with this one, but I just don't know what to expect with this FNAF movie, man.
You can't. I know that's your thing, going in with like super high expectations, but you can't do that because then most of the time you're just gonna get disappointed. You got to go in with expectations, of course, with expectations, but not super high expectations.
I love going in the movie with the highest expectations of all time. Like, I get how it can disappoint some aspects, but that's what loves making me go to the movies and whatnot. That's like why we like to see movies so early. That's why I like to just do it in general, because I want it to be a great experience. And of course, I paid for a great experience as well. So, of course, a movie that I'm paying to go see, I would want it to be a great. I get every movie's not going to be the greatest all time, and I get your point, but I love just going in the movies
Of course,
thinking, all right, I hope this is great.
It's different than being excited for it. What I mean is, you can have like very high expectations, but I like to fake my expectations. Make them pretend like my expectations are lower so I can be more impressed.
I had really high hopes for this one, honestly, just personally, because I read the comic. I really liked it. I think Blue Beetle's pretty awesome concept. But I was really disappointed with all the Black Adam 2, The Flash, the Shazam 2, Black Adam, The Flash. What was the other one that come out that flopped? All of them. It doesn't matter. All these DC movies have been flopping, and I was really hoping this one, since James Gunn confirmed. I didn't even see this till after we saw the movie. I don't know. Do you know anyone's thoughts on this movie? I haven't seen anything.
No,
about
it's got a 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb and a 80% on Rotten Tomatoes.
For critics or audience score.
I think audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 79%. Hold on, let me go.
What's the critic score?
Tomatoes. Blue Beetle. No, that is critic score. 80%. 79%.
What? There's no way, dude. That movie was dog
understand.
shit, man. What did the audience score give it?
Critical. I don't know what's going on with critics. There is no audience score yet.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with critics. They're rating everything way too high. Like before the movie
Usually
releases.
they don't, but why are they rating this movie? I don't understand.
Remember they rated Oppenheimer a 10 out of 10, which it deserves, but it was dropped down to like an 8 out of 10 after its release.
I think that's a little too low. I think 10 out of 10 is definitely too high, but I think 8 out of 10 is a little too
Yeah,
low.
9 out of 10 is perfect for it.
9 out of 10 is perfect rating.
What else? Yeah, they rated The Flash very high, didn't they?
Oh my god, yeah, before The Flash came out, Stephen King, I remember I forgot who it was. I think it was Stephen King. He was like, The Flash got me this is the one you're going to like to hear. I've listened to I don't know who it is. It's this podcast, and these like guys bring in like famous movie directors and stuff. They brought in James Gunn for an episode, and he was talking about how his favorite animated movie of all time is Into the Spider-Verse. And this is the guy who made the Guardians movies, the Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, a bunch of stuff I'm big fans of. And he was on this like professional podcast, and he was talking about how Into the Spider-Verse was his favorite movie.
Right.
And before The Flash released, so everything happened with Ezra Miller, the actor. So it was pretty hard for them to promote this movie. But the way they did it, I don't know if they must have paid them or something. But a bunch of like Stephen King, James Gunn, a bunch of people came out and praised the movie. And James Gunn said The Flash was like his new favorite superhero movie. Like he was saying, it was. I don't know if he directly said it was better Into the Spider-Verse, but Into the Spider-Verse is his favorite comic book movie. And then when The Flash came out, he said it was his new favorite, which is wild.
Yeah, I bet they're getting paid. I mean, if they offered me a bag to say that, I'd fucking say it.
Yeah, so I think it was Stephen King said this is what superhero movies need right now or something. It was just, I was really disappointed.
Or maybe a lot of people have mixed opinions on The Flash. It's probably. I bet it's going to be the same with this movie.
Yeah, some people love The Flash, and The Flash has likable, lovable stuff about it. But this movie, I just feel like at least The Flash isn't too funny. But when it is funny, it's funnier than this movie. And The Flash, obviously the CGI isn't better in The Flash, but the Batman action in The Flash is way better than any of the action in this movie. And The Flash is just, it was generally like a more interesting thing. And what, dang, I forgot what my point was going to be. But so I think James Gunn came out and said that this movie was going to be connected with his future DC projects because with The Flash, it was promoted to reset everything. And they saw what happened with that. When they promoted it to reset everything, nobody really cared. Nobody went to saw it. So I think he came out saying that he's going to be connected in future movies, so people actually have a point in going to see this one.
Interesting.
Yeah, and like we even made a short about it on the main channel. The promotion for this movie was just done very poorly.
Oh yeah, I saw like one ad of it.
Yeah, I saw like nothing besides
nothing
the movie
on
trailers.
TV. Nothing on TV.
Yeah, we definitely saw way too much in the trailer. The trailer showed off a lot.
Yeah, you could pretty much predict the whole thing. Like I completely understood the whole higher villain and then the controlling lower villain dynamic and everything through the trailer. It's pretty fucking obvious. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this. I told you about this, but some of the set design for that ship that they drive, the like Blue Beetle ship, they just use USB joysticks. Like this exact Thrustmaster throttle that I have for Flight Sim, they use this. I recognize it and everything. They had a shot where he switched this to ignition to start, and where they
How did they
these
know how to
levels up.
drive that thing? Like I said, like that's awesome how they had that thing. You're thinking like that's really cool, but it was so unrealistic. How did they know how to fly that thing?
And he just flies out the thing. And it's meant to be funny, but like, what the fuck? You're being so reckless.
The movie was not funny at all.
I know. That shit was so unfunny.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the father's death. Jaime's father's dying.
No.
I thought because it was done poorly. It was stupid. It was pointless. Like it's supposed to be sad. They try. I can see they try to make this movie emotional, but it was just not emotional for me at all. I did not give a shit about anybody. The dream sequence with the father at the end, I just don't care for it.
I didn't think that was that bad. I mean, it was kind
wasn't
of
bad.
It was kind of left without explanation, but it wasn't bad and everything.
It wasn't bad. It's just I don't care. Like it's nice. It's just I don't care.
I like the idea of Reyes not knowing his purpose, and then that's his purpose.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene reminded me of Stranger Things season 4, where with the running up the hill with Max and everything.
Oh my god.
Reminded
Stranger
me of
Things.
that.
Let's talk about Stranger Things. Rank all 4 seasons.
Oh, all 4 seasons. Okay, number 1 is season 1. 2 is season 4. 3 is season 3, and then last is season 2.
For me, 3 and 1 are tied, but I'm gonna have to go with season 3, then season 1, then season 2 and 4 are also kind of tied for me. The 4th season had good aspects to it. The 4th season was good, but it's just so repetitive. Like we've seen them do, like they refuse to kill off main characters, and they're just running in a loop of basically doing the same thing over and over again. The first season had a great storyline that was so good. I just felt like the 3rd season was the funnest, and just the 2019 times right before COVID hit. Oh my god, the best times of our lives. Oh my god,
I didn't think any of the seasons were bad.
I don't think they're bad, but I think like slowly each season has like something a little bit worse about it. And then, like the main thing is I really think the show gets repetitive by the 4th season.
Repetitive? I think they added a lot of new stuff. I wouldn't say that got repetitive. That was a huge game changer for it.
Well, yeah, they added new stuff, but it's just the, again, not killing off main characters is like a big, like I get you don't want to just kill off all your main characters, but I guess Max finally suffers a little bit, but by the end of it, she actually doesn't end up dying. She's just put in a coma. They like, but the characters are always like by the end of one episode, Steve is gonna be depicted. Oh, is he gonna die or not? And obviously, he's not gonna die. Next episode, he comes back alive. They get all Vecna ties them all up to a wall at some point. Oh, you think they're gonna die? One scene later, oh, they're not dead. All the kids hopping through different dimensions and doing like they've already all done it before. Just it's just like there was new elements to it. Like there was like Vecna and the clock stuff was all new, but just generally it's just like them running in slurk. Like Hopper was in a new area, but like Hopper's just doing like the same. Like Hopper always has his own side story and he's getting through it. It's just the same thing. Right. I feel still good. It's entertaining, but if you really just think about it, it's just like Jesus, man.
Yeah, the first season was on a whole other level, though.
Yeah. Oh, the first season was so good.
Isn't your favorite season 3 though?
Yeah. It's just the times really get me for the 3rd season, and then I just feel like season 1 definitely had the better. Season 1 was probably better. I just feel like season 3 was more enjoyable.
Season 1 had that mysterious horror to it, which you completely lose by the 2nd season, and especially in the 4th season.
I definitely wish they took more of the horror approach like they did with season 1.
Yeah. Oh, I miss that so much. I need to rewatch that again.
I'm really curious to see what they do for season 5. The final season. You got that little kind of cliffhanger by the end.
Kind of worried for that. They're probably going to kill off Steve.
I hope not. The best part of the show. Best character. The best character. There's no debate of who's someone's favorite character. Steve is the best.
They're definitely going to kill off somebody.
Yeah. I think if it's just, like the Hopper fake out death, man. Like what? Like, come on, dude. Just kill off somebody, man. They fake out Hopper's death and they fake out Max's death. Eddie actually dies, but it's like that same thing. They bring in Bob for one season, and then they kill him off. Like they bring in Bob for season 2, kill him off by the end. They bring in Eddie the 4th season to kill him off by the end. Was there? They bring Alexi in the 3rd season. You get to like him, and they kill.
They bring in Max's brother, the 3rd season.
Yeah, Max's brother. Yeah, they just bring in notable, likable characters from one season and kill them off.
Yeah,
like it's all just the same shit every season.
I understand that. It's still super entertaining though.
But yeah, I still love Stranger Things.
Yeah, I'm worried for this 5th season though. I didn't think that show would go past 3 seasons.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how far it's come. I'm really surprised in the direction that has went. I did not expect it to take the direction it's been taking.
Never thought they would have this whole universe explained like that. You know, I thought it would always stay a mystery.
I definitely want them. I guess since now they're going, I really like the highlight of the season a little bit was kind of like the Vecna stuff. Oh, well, not the 11 storyline was the biggest drag. Like, I hated all the 11 stuff. Like, 11 acting like a child at the school was stupid, and her in the hospital arc was so boring. But I'm curious to see if they go like more in depth with like a multiversal, like where they come from and stuff, going more into like other dimensions and stuff. I think that'll be fairly interesting.
Yeah, well, they did that all in season 4. Really, they explained it all.
They got a little bit into it. Like, you got to see it, but, like, they don't really get into it.
Oh, and they had to retcon something. Well, maybe not a retcon, but it's now a plot hole with 8. Remember 8?
You're right. Yeah.
Why is she the only one with different powers? Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Yeah, oh my god, that whole thing. Yeah, that's another thing with season 2. Like, all the 11 stuff every season. Season 1, 11 was pretty good, but
Season 2 fucked it up.
Who's your favorite characters? Dustin and Steve are obviously like the 2 best. Lucas is pretty cool, but I could care less for like everybody else.
Steve is my favorite character, of course. Mm-hmm. I like Eddie. I liked Eddie a lot until he died.
Eddie was fine, but Eddie was cool. I liked Eddie, but you know,
he's not my favorite though. No. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
When do you think, like, if they do bring in this multiversal stuff with Stranger Things, like when do you think all these multiverse movies are gonna end? Like, they did it great with Spider-Man: No Way Home. They did it great with Across and Into the Spider-Verse, but they tried doing it with The Flash. It failed. They tried doing it with Doctor Strange. It failed. Mm-hmm. Just all like that. All these stuff are just trying to do multiversal shit now. When do you think it's gonna end?
I don't think Stranger Things is going to do a multiverse thing.
Well, yeah, they probably won't get much into it, but I'm just saying in general, like, all these multiversal fucking movies we've been getting after.
Well, they're successful, aren't they? Pretty much all of them have been successful. Across
yeah, they're successful, but they're bad movies.
No Way Home.
Oh, well, yeah, those movies are good, but yeah, those are like the only good multiversal movies.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting is Stranger Things, or not Stranger Things, but Doctor Strange. That's the same universe as No Way Home. So it's the same type of interdimensional stuff. Yeah. But it's just done worse in another movie. I don't know. I haven't watched that movie.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta watch it. We gotta get to that. We're gonna so next week's episode we're gonna rank every episode of a show, and I think the week after that we have a bunch of movies we have planned on watching, a popular franchise. We're gonna rank all those movies. Mm-hmm. But we got a ton of stuff planned, and we're going to be making a lot of improvements and spicing up this podcast a lot, trying to make it as interesting as possible.
Nope, we're making some adjustments to the channel, and
the main channel is going to have, since like we've been getting a lot of traction on it, we're definitely going to be like putting more improvements to it, making sure you guys get out the best stuff possible.
Getting on schedule and all that. Mm-hmm. But let's see how long have we been running for?
54 minutes.
It's not bad.
Anything else you need to say?
No, I think we can stop it here.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Critical Diddle episode. I thought this one was pretty good. I had fun talking about Blue Beetle.
This was the critically acclaimed episode.
This was. Yeah, we did get. I didn't know if I said it at the start, but we did get as critical as possible. Mm-hmm.
Very critical.
I'll see you next week, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Goodbye.